Hello student, welcome to this next video of Forms of Business Organization class 11, and in this video we are going to study next form of business, that is partnership. So before going on the topic, student, do you remember I told you story of Alok, the man who wants to start business alone and so he opted for sole proprietorship form of business? So now let's go ahead of the story. Now Alok has his friend say Abhay, and who also wants to join him in his business, and Abhay, he is an MBA. So Abhay wants to pool his money in the business of Alok, and now Alok thought that if his friend, that too an MBA, will join the business, so definitely he can use his friend's expertise in his business, and he can get more work done efficiently by dividing the task, and also they can still maintain the secrecy of the business as they need not to disclose with anyone, and Abhay can also contribute in decision making, and because Abhay is also a partner, so if suppose the business is having any risk, so it can also be shared by him, means both of them have to share the profit as well as loss also. So now when there is more than one person joined together and are ready to share the profit of the business, so it is known as partnership. Clear? So now let's see what partnership according to this slide is. The relation between persons means in partnership there should be more than one person, two or more than two-person, and who have agreed to share the profit of the business, means these person who have joined for partnership, they also agree to share the profit of the business carried on by all, means either this business is carried by all the partners or any one of the partners acting for all. Now let's see the features. So there are the following 7 features of partnership. They are formation, liability, risk bearing, decision making and control, continuity, membership and mutual agency. So let's see the features one by one. So formation, it is governed by the Indian Partnership Act 1932 and has existence with the legal agreement governing relationship, sharing of profit and loss. And one more point student, that the business should be lawful and it should run with the motive of profit. So as seen in the case of our Abhay and Alok, that they joined the business, so formation is easy. But always remember one thing, that this formation of partnership must be lawful. Means if the two-person they are joining hand together for say robbery, so it won't constitute partnership. Clear? And also the motive should be to earn profit. Means again, if two people join together for charitable purpose, it does not constitute partnership. So therefore for partnership, the business should be lawful and the motive should be profit, not service. Okay. Then the second point says liability. Partners of firm have unlimited liability. Partners are jointly liable to repay the debts and contribute in their proportion of share. Means the liability is unlimited of the partners. In case of non-repayment of debt, if business assets are insufficient, then personal assets can be used. So is it clear? Like suppose if the Alok and Abhay in our case, suppose they have taken loan of 1 lakh rupees, and if they are not in a position of returning back of money, then the assets of the company will be sold to clear the debt. And if suppose these assets are not sufficient enough, then what will happen? Then in that case, the this amount will be recovered from their personal assets. Means now their personal asset, their home, their any kind of assets, if they are having gold and all, they can, means they have to sell those personal assets to give to repay the loan. Clear? Then the third point says risk bearing and sharing of profit. Reward comes in the form of profit. which are shared by the partners in an agreed ratio. However, they also share losses in the same ratio. So, student, risk as well as profit, means profit as well as loss, any kind of loss, both have to be shared by all the partners. But in which, means how much ratio they are going to share it? How to know that who will share what percentage? So, what happens that before starting partnership form of business, an agreement is made, and this agreement is in written form, so that in case of any conflict it can be used. So, in the agreement the profit and loss sharing ratio is also mentioned. So, on that uh, ratio these profit and loss to be divided. Then the next point says decision making and control. Partner with mutual consent share responsibility of decision making and day-to-day control of activities. So decision and control is the responsibility of both the partners. Mutually both the partners consent and they give decision, means the all the partners in the partnership firm, what they used to do before taking any decision, mutually they consent each other and then only they agree on one point, and all the activities of partnership firm are managed through by all the partners. Then the next point says the continuity, means lack of continuity due to death, retirement, insolvency or insanity of partner can bring partnership to end. A partnership form of business can also end due to death, insolvency, retirement of any one of the partners. Though if rest of the partners they want, they may continue the business again, but in that case new agreement has to be made. Then membership with minimum 2 partner partnership can be formed. As we have seen in our case, Alok and Abhay, they are just 2 people joining hand together to form partnership form a business. So minimum 2 partners can start business of partnership firm. Then the next point is mutual agency, business carried by all or any one of the partner acting for all, means see partners they are said to be both an agent and as a principal also. Now let's see how an agent and how principal, like suppose when one partner represent other partners through his act, he can bind others as an agent because of his act, and as principal he himself is bound by the acts of other partners. Therefore, it is known as mutual agency relationship. Clear? So, these are the features of partnership. Now, let's see the merits. So, the merits are ease of formation and closure, balanced decision making, more fun, sharing of risk and secrecy. So, most of the points students we have already covered in features and with the help of my story also. So, let's see. Ease of formation and closure, partnership can be formed easily by an agreement between partner into a place to carry out business and share risk. So, it can be easily formed just by signing an agreement between the partners where they agree on carrying out a business of the firm and sharing the risk, and there is no compulsion for the registration of the firm, and yes, even closure is too very easy. Then balanced decision making, partner can oversee different function according to their expertise. So the partners they may contribute in taking decision making as like we have seen in our example of Alok, when his friend Abhay, who is an MBA, wants to join his business, then Alok thought that he can use Abhay's expertise in his business. Like suppose Abhay is has done MBA with marketing. So definitely the marketing work can be done by Abhay very nicely. So as we know that one person can't be excel in all the fields, so when there are 2 or more people, then definitely there might be they might be expert in various fields. So this may be possible that due to partnership, it will not only reduce the burden of work, but also leads in fewer error. Means now the possibility of error will also be reduced. Then more funds, the capital is contributed by number of partners. Means when partner will join, definitely he will bring more funds with him. So it is possible to raise more amount of funds as compared to sole proprietorship form of business. Then sharing of risk reduces anxiety, burden and stress on partner as risk is reduced by sharing between partners. Means any risk of loss will be shared by all the partners, and when risk is shared, obviously it reduces the burden and stress of individual partner. Like in our case, if Alok alone runs the business, then every time he has to take stress of risk. But now when as the business is shared by Abhay, so risk is also divided and so stress is divided. Then secrecy. A partnership firm is not legally required to publish its accounts and submit its report, hence it is able to maintain confidentiality of information relating to its operation. Means as partnership firm need not to disclose their report, need not to publish their accounts, so secrecy is maintained. So student, here we have completed our merits of partnership firm. Now let's see the limitations of partnership. Like unlimited liability is one of the limitations, then limited resources, possibility of conflict, lack of continuity and lack of public confidence. So the first point says unlimited liability, means the liability of partner is both joint and several, which may prove to be a drawback for those partners who have greater personal wealth. Means it is, this point I have already discussed, that the liability of the partner is jointly also, and in may be drawback for that, for those partner who have greater personal wealth. Suppose in our case of Abhay and Alok, if suppose Abhay is financially sound and due to the non-repayment of any kind of debt, if suppose they have to pay their the debt by selling their personal assets also, but because Alok is not financially sound, so if suppose Abhay is financially sound, so what will happen in this case, that Abhay has to repay all the loan, and afterwards yes he can ask from Alok to pay his money back, but for the time being the one who is wealthier have to pay all, have to clear all the debt. So therefore this is one of the drawback. Then limited resources. Partnership firm faces problem in expansion beyond a certain size as capital investment is not sufficient to support large scale operation. So resources means like in terms of money, material. So as a partnership firm has restriction in maximum number of partner, means the maximum number of partner can only be 100. So if the partners wants to expand their business, it won't be possible as the contribution in terms of capital investment is not sufficient, as it is restricted to the number of members only, means the many, the number of member there will be, like in our case of Abhay and Alok, there are only 2 members. Okay, so what will happen, that their capital will be only restricted to the amount they are going to bring. So if they want to expand the business, it won't be that possible. Then lack of continuity. It is lack of continuity due to death, retirement, insolvency or insanity of partners can bring partnership to an end. Means when there are more people, then sorry, then means lack of continuity, that in case of death of any partner or retirement etc., it may result in lack of continuity. Yes, if the partner, the remaining partner, if they want to uh, again start the partnership, then they have to sign a fresh agreement and they may continue. Then lack of public confidence. Difficult for any member of the public to ascertain the true financial status of partnership firm. means as these partnership firms, they need not to publish their financial reports. So due to this, the confidence of public in the partnership firm is generally low. So therefore it can be one of the drawback of partnership firm.